you go into this kind of board of directors, for me what is very important is that you take out the hat of your company and then you go into the BMO thinking of others, because participating in a BMO is a natural way of becoming a volunteer. When you want to help others, this is a very easy place where you can do it, because you have the knowledge, it's what you do every day, and you can help your peers. There are many small companies that need of your knowledge, what you do, and you can make them, even in our countries, you can make them become a formal business. There are many small companies that are trying to survive, and when you have the big companies many years ahead or doing a lot of business, that's more difficult, and you can help them come up. Imagine making other companies give more work to people and help them grow. It gives you a lot of satisfaction. As with any other institution, private or public, always resources are limited to what you need in order to fulfill your goals and your objectives. You need obviously infrastructure, you need personnel with very high professional standards, and you need also financial resources. It's not so easy to get them, especially for a BMO. In my country, it was mandatory that you had to belong to one once you created a corporation or a firm. Now it is not, and you have a lot of competition. So you have to really be very close to your members to know what they need from you, the services they need from you. Obviously there are membership fees. In both institutions where I have been, they are calculated to cover the personnel costs, and then the rest is just about services and about doing what your members need you to do. So you have to be very close to them and also close to the community, because they also have some expectations related to the BMO. For me, what's most important is the human resources, and that you can get a lot from your own members, and especially from the members of the board. You have so many wonderful professionals and people that know exactly what they have to do, that they have been trained for that, and when a problem arises, you can organize systems that you create committees. And there are committees that work specific in certain problems. For example, in the Plastics Association, we had the environmental committee that was super important for us to do recycling. It was very important. And we also had a committee related to statistics, another related to training, and they really work. And most of them were formed by personnel from our members. You know that the board of directors is a very small group of persons, and we had in the Plastics Association 120 members. So it was a way that some of those 120 members could get involved with the services and with the goals of the association, and through that with the goals of the whole sector. It depends. For example, in the Plastics Association, we have just one membership fee for everyone. But in the Chamber of Industry, since they require the lobbying and the representation, they don't ask so much for services. They need that, and most of them are companies that are not Ecuadorian. They are companies that are from abroad. So they don't like to go sometimes into certain discussions with the government, so they do really need the help of the BMO. So we have there a system that bigger companies pay a bigger membership membership fee is not something so high. Sometimes it is related to the work of a person that maybe they would hire to do a job at a very modest amount, and they are happy of having that representation. With the big companies, we also have like alliances, strategic alliances, where they, in the case of the plastic industry, we created a plant for training, and then we created 2 labs. So the big companies would put certain equipment for the lab or certain equipment for the plant, and that would be useful for the whole sector, because we would do the training there, or the sector could do their quality tests there. So there is a nice relationship and support from the smaller and the bigger, helping the smaller also to grow. Well, yes, it is. We had a problem at the Chamber of Industry. We had a deficit for several years, and that's something that didn't worry us so much, because we're not supposed to make any profits. We have to return everything in services to our members. But see, when you have several years of deficit, that's like kind of worrying, because you have to think on the sustainability of the institution. But then when you explain the needs, the situation, when you analyze the budget with the board of directors, they understand and they support us. And even though we had to make certain adjustments in a moment that was difficult for the country, not only the board of directors but the members understood that it had to be done. And that's when they have confidence and trust in the people that are directing the institution, and also in the members of the board of directors. In the Chamber of Industry, we have a committee that is assigned at the moment that the president and the vice president of the BMO are elected. So that committee works and checks out the numbers at least once a month, and they report. Transparency is very important. They report that to the board of directors, and then also to the assembly of the members, about all the expenses that the institution have incurred, and also the investments that have been made. And that has to be transparent, because that's, I think, it's the most healthy way of keeping the confidence of the members. Traditionally, we have given training at very low cost, not only to our members but also to the public in different matters. That's something that we do, but obviously there is also other institutions that provide training. Then both BMOs where I've been, they have a magazine, and they have very important statistical information and very important articles. So not only members but also other firms like to advertise on that magazine. We also have done consultancies on certain matters. We also have a trade show. In the case of the plastic industry, we have a trade show every 2 years, and in the case of the chamber, every year. It's a matter of being creative, a matter of being innovative. You have to think what people need. You have to also think that this is not a matter of making profit, that it's a matter of making the institution sustainable, and also to make the industry grow. So you cannot really profit on that. That's not the idea. You have to see it as a service, and that at the end of the day you have to be in balance, not deficit, not surplus. You have to give that to your members back. It's not so easy to get financial resources, so alliances are now more important than ever. The Ecuadorian Plastics Association has its offices within the Polytechnical University of my region. And we have worked with them because we have been able, as the industry, to get high quality professionals doing their thesis in our companies or ending up working with us. We have also the lab, we have training, we have done with them so many things. And also we have, in the case of the Plastics Association, we are members of the Latin American Plastics Association, that's called ALIPLAS. And there you can share the problems that other countries have from the region. In the case of the Chamber of Industry, we are members of AILA, which is the Latin American Industrial Association. And the same, when you are with peers from other countries, you can maybe get ideas on how to solve problems. And when you have a certain situation within your country, they will right away go to help you, they will give you information, because it's very probable that they had already that situation. So you don't have to spend resources on getting information about it, because maybe another BMO has that information already. So that's wonderful, because it's a way of saving money and getting the most you can from your own service.